Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to Easy Mathematics. We thank God today is a wonderful day for us to present to you another topic. Today we want to look at angles, or complete the questions or the areas in angles. Then we start with the construction. So basic 8 today, we want to look at angles in a triangle. Angles in a triangle. First of all, a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. Okay, a polygon with 3 sides. So if you visit our previous videos, we've explained more on polygons and all areas to cover polygons. Now, when it comes to angles in a triangle, we have to know the properties of a triangle in terms of angle and any other feature. Now let's look at the general properties of any triangle. Regardless the type of triangle it is, it possesses or it has these properties. So let's look at the general properties of any triangle. First of all, we have to know what an exterior angle is and what interior angle is. So with the exterior, it means the angle is outside the figure. So if you take this as my triangle, the angle I'm able to get outside the triangle happens to be what? Exterior angle. Then the angle that is inside the triangle, happens to be what? The interior angle. So we have to know the exterior and interior, because we will be using these terms in our explanation when it comes to the solution. Now let's look at the first one. The first property of any triangle is that angles in a triangle sum up to 180 degrees. That is, the interior angles of any triangle, all the interior angles, if you sum them, it is equivalent to what? To 180 degrees. So, if these are the interior angles, then A plus B plus C, which are the interior angle, they sum up to what? 180 degrees. So, A degrees plus B degrees plus C degrees is what? 180 degrees. That is the first general property. Then the second one, it says that the sum of two co-interior angles, is equal to its opposite exterior angle. Now let's take note of this word, opposite. Now you see we've met interior here, we've also met exterior. So what is saying that if you sum two co-interior angles together, it is equivalent to its opposite exterior. So if I put this and this together, its opposite exterior happens to be what? The x. So that is A degrees plus B degrees is giving you x. The sum of two co-interior angles is equal to the exterior. Now, if I should get the exterior somewhere here, if I also add B and C, these are co-interior angles, and their opposite is the z. So B plus C is z degrees. And I can also say A degrees and C degrees. Being co-interior, their opposite exterior is y. So A plus C is equal to what? 1. And this is the what? The second general property of any triangle. Then the third one, which is under polygons, it says that the exterior angles of a triangle sum up to 360. The exterior, and we've explained this in polygons or under polygons in our previous videos. So if you add z, x, and y, they are the exterior angles. So the exterior angles, they sum up to what? 360. Then you can also see that the interior angle and the exterior angle are on a straight line. The interior, this one, and the exterior, they are on a straight line. So if you sum this and this together, it will also give you 180, which happens to be the property of angles on a straight line. So this being a straight line, you can take it as what? As its property. Now, these are the major properties of any given triangle. Any triangle. Number one, we should know that the interior angle of the triangle, so the angle here plus this is giving you what? 180 degrees. And if you sum the co-interior angles, the sum of the co-interior angles gives you its opposite exterior. So with this property, any given triangle that you have, you apply it, because this is the general property for any given triangle. Now let's look at the types of triangle and also see the properties involved when it comes to the types of triangle. Now with the type of triangle, we have the first one. So types of triangles. We have the first one, equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, which is from the word equal. Equal triangle, or equal three sides, equal three angles. So, what is an equilateral triangle? An equilateral triangle happens to be a triangle with all the sides of the triangle being equal. And this helps you to see if the angle is an equilateral triangle. You will see that the sides or each bars has been struck with a line. So you see a line like this on each bar. And that should tell you that that triangle is an equilateral triangle. Good. Now, when it comes to the angle, all angles are equal. All the angles of an equilateral triangle, they are equal. So once you see the triangle with these bars, that should tell you that it is an equilateral triangle. So the angle A, the angle A, the angle B, the angle C, they are all equal. So A degrees is equal to B degrees, is also equal to C degrees, which is what? 60 degrees. Why is it 60 degrees? Because the general property of triangle says that angles in a triangle sum up to 180. So if all the angles are equal, then this is 60, this is 60, this is 60. And 60 plus 60 plus 60 gives you a sum of what? 360. So with the 180 degrees, 60 plus 60 plus 60 give you a sum of what? 180 degrees. So with the properties of an equilateral triangle, all the angles happen to be what? Equal. And that is what? 60 degrees. Because they sum to 180. And also in terms of size, all the sizes are equal. And that is what? An equilateral triangle. That is equal length, equal size, and equal angles. Then the second type, we have an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle. Now, in terms of shape, you'll be able to determine that this is an isosceles triangle when two sides are being marked. When they mark two sides of the triangle, that means that angle or that triangle is an isosceles triangle. So it means that this side and this side are equal. Now, once this side and this side are equal, the baseline, the angle created at the baseline, which is this side, the angle created here, happens to be what? To be equal. So the angle created here and the angle created here are equal. So if this triangle is even tilted like this, if they tilt this angle like this, and you see the bar given this way, then these angles are going to be what? Equal. So the bar or the side without a bar, the side without a bar is where the equal angles can be what? Created. So the first property of an isosceles triangle is that two angles are equal. That means the angle that makes with the baseline happens to be what? Equal. And even if they tilt it like this, if it is even tilted like this, and you have this, it means this side is or are equal, and that is what? An isosceles triangle. But once you see another bar on the third line, then this triangle happens to be what? An equilateral triangle, which makes all the sizes to be what? Equal. So with the isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. And also, the properties that we studied here, all the properties goes for this. So if I add A plus B degrees plus C degrees, should also give me what? 180. Because this is the general formula or the general property of any given triangle. So if I sum all the angles together, it's giving me 180 degrees. And also, two sides happens to be equal, and where they are being marked are the equal sides. So this side is 5, this is also going to be what? 5. If this is 10, this is also going to be what? 10. And anytime we calculate for angles in a property and angles in a triangle, we take into consideration the type of angle given to us. Now let's look at the third one. The third one is a scalene triangle. A scalene triangle. What is a scalene triangle? Now look at the shape. Now you see that this side happens to be 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars. What does it mean? It means the sizes are not the same. This side is not the same as this side, nor the same as this side. So this could be 3, this could be 5, this could be 8. And that is what? A scalene triangle is a triangle with all 3 sizes not being equal. All 3 sizes not being equal. So if the 3 sizes are not equal, automatically the angles there are also not what? Equal. So that is A degrees is not equal to B degrees, nor equal to what? C degrees. But based on the general properties of any triangle, the angles here, if you sum them together, you are getting 180. And based on the same angles of the interior and the exterior, if you sum this and this together, it gives you the opposite exterior angle. If let's say an angle is formed here, so the sum of this and this will give me this. So this happens to be a general formula for any given what? Triangle. So it has what? Different sizes. So these are the 3 that we have to take into consideration anytime we are calculating for angles in a triangle. Then the last one that we'll talk about today, right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Now, if you remember, when we started with angles, we looked at the types of angles, and we said we have what? Right angle. That is an angle at 90 degrees. So right angle triangle is also a triangle having one of its angles to be equal to what? 90 degrees. And we said this, the angle formed here, this angle, this happens to be the what? The 90 degrees. So the name given to this triangle is right angle triangle. Now with the right angle triangle, it has one angle as 90 degrees. So one angle is at right angle, that is what? 90 degrees. Now a right angle triangle can be an isosceles triangle, but cannot be an equilateral triangle. So with the right angle triangle being an isosceles, it's going to be like this, something like this. Then we have your angle here. Now once the bars are here, now this means that the angle created here and the angle created here are going to be equal. So if we are saying that angles in a triangle sum up to 180, then if this is 90 degrees, the angle here is going to be 45 degrees. This is also going to be what? 45 degrees. And this becomes what? A right angle triangle being isosceles. or isosceles right angle triangle. And the properties that we treated here, the general properties, applies to this triangle too. Angles inside sum up to what? 180. If I should extend this line, if I put these two angles together, if I put this exterior what? Angle. And this happens to be the what? The properties of any given triangle. So this plus this will give you the angle here. And that is what we say angles is having its own properties. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying tuned. When we meet again next time, we'll solve questions based on triangles and based on what we did as angle between lines. Thank you for staying tuned. The name is Christian. Please subscribe and share. You can also sponsor this program by any ways or any way you want this program to be noticed by other people to also benefit from it. The name is Christian. See you next time. Bye.